You're looking tragic. Ever, you ain't got no more.
We had this really vitally important conversation when Alison first moved over to London from Florida. The day she arrived and I picked her up from the airport, and it was the day we were like, this is it, she'd moved to London. She'd moved to London for me to start this band, and I picked her up from the airport and we drove back and we had this like heartbeat racing, like goose flesh, tears in our eyes conversation about what we were going to do with this band.
No more. Say no wow, no more. Say no wow, no more.
The pop art movement and with the sort of beat literature at the time, and we were talking about CBGBs and the punk explosion that developed into the Studio 54 and all this thing, and we just realised that all these things were like, they would be called pretentious now, like those sort of things have become synonymous with pretension, and No Wow was a tribute to that conversation about like, there is no wow anymore, there's none of that.
Say no wow, no more. Say no wow,
Well, we went in to record some B-sides, and that was one of them. No Wow was one of them. We went in like at the start of the year to record some B-sides, and No Wow came out, and we listened to the playback after we'd mixed it. We listened to it back and we were like, we've just written the first song of the next record. Bands like that go on the road and film stuff or take photographs or write things, but I really don't think anyone does it to the extent that we do it, like writing. When we went to, we knew that we wanted to leave London and go into the middle of nowhere and have absolutely no distractions at all when we wrote to write the record. And when we went to do that, we just took typewriters and books and books and books full of stuff we'd written over the last year,
To be honest, when we knew we were going to the middle of nowhere to write it, I was really frightened that I would just panic the whole time, because we're not, we've been going from one big city to the next and just never stopping. Now we're like, in the middle of nowhere, and that could be bad. But it wasn't, it was really perfect. We kind of wrote the whole thing in about 2.5, 3 weeks, and then spent the rest of the time demoing it. And the plan was to kind of record some of it in Chicago. I mean, not in Chicago, but in Michigan, and then record some of it in New York. But kind of like, we spent a long time doing 4-track things and 16-track things. Is it 16-track?
It was 4-track.
And
yeah, 16.
In Michigan, and then kind of like getting 4 days off or something before going into Sear Sound. It was just like, we could listen to it and see what we'd change, and it just felt like, gosh, we can record the record in 2 weeks.
Well, we recorded it at Sear Sound in New York, and I mean, really, it could have been like, the fact that it was in New York didn't really have any importance because we never went out of the building for it. But it was just, I mean, I think Sear Sound's just such a unique place. It's like, I don't know, it seems like you go up 5 floors and you get in there and it's just like a completely different world. The couple that run it, Walter Sear and Roberta, they're just sort of, they've been doing it, they started off in the porn industry doing like porn films in the 70s or 60s and 70s, and Walter was like like a pioneer in the development of multi-track recording, like way back in the 30s and 40s. So he's seen the way like recording has developed, and he was like our guru. I mean, he's become like a sound guru for me. He would explain how like people have got so obsessed with all the whistles and the bells that they've forgotten what they're calling for. You know, it's like all these like mixing desks, all the like EQs and all outboard gear. There's just, you know, it's just become people's obsession, and it doesn't make recording any better. Basically, it's about setting mics up and getting a good natural sound, and that's what he taught us, and that's what we try to work with, you know. It's weird how there's like probably so much less effect on everything, on the sound of this record, but yeah, it sounds more electronic, you know. But it's more like just like less affected than Keep On Your Mean Side. I mean, we were trying to kind of approach it in the opposite way, how we approached the first record with the vocals as well. We wanted to try and do them really dry, like really up front in the speakers without any reverb.
It's quite challenging to get out of that, because even when you play live, you know, they always put reverb. So you just get really used to that, and then just singing absolutely dry with nothing on it at all. It's just a really big change, but I thought I really liked it.
It's a story about a day we had on HMS Intrepid in New York one time, and it's just kind of, we just got so sick to death of that scene.
So much time we've spent in New York. You know, last year I think we were there more days out of the year than we were at home. That's for sure.
And
it's just the same every night. I mean, I love New York, but so funny, you know. Every night really similar. No one's even embarrassed about it or shy, and no one's really having that much fun either.
Did you get the real good ones? Did you get the good ones? Did you get the real good ones? Did you get the good ones?
You know, the idea of like going out and having fun has been completely sort of superseded by the sort of symptoms of having fun, if you know, like getting drunk and getting high. Basically, like vodka and cocaine are like, they're just like watchwords, you know, for having fun, you know, but they don't, like, people have lost track of really like what it is to like go out and enjoy yourself. It's become this obsession in search of those two things, and so the good ones is about that, just like going to a party and no one talking about anything else but whether
drugs or not.
Yeah.
Did you get the real good ones? Did you get the good ones? Oh, did you get the real good ones? Did you get the good ones?
I feel like I'm more sort of in touch with wanting people to hear this record, you know. I spend so much time listening to so much, you know, and you just like, it's this never-ending circle that only the cool kids hear cool music. It's wrong, you know. It's just like, I'm so sick of that, you know.
Did you get